what you need, yeah. Man, I got it, wow.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. I'm one of the hosts, White Chocolate, filling in for Frank momentarily. He should be on his way in shortly. This is the show where we talk sports with comedians, and so without further ado, let's start bringing everybody in. Let's bring in Howie Bell. Howie Bell, how we doing, buddy? Happy Friday.
Come on, Detroit bad boys, man. We bringing back the spirit today. White Chocolate, let's go. We got to go to Game 7. Let's go.
You called it yesterday, Game 7. Let's
see what happens today.
Let's see. Next, let's bring in Mo.
What's on, people? How y'all doing, man?
How you doing?
What's up, Howie?
What's going on?
What's happening with you, good brother?
I'm okay, man. I'm good.
You feeling real good and relaxed today, huh?
Hey, man, listen, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling.
Yes, sir. I understand. You got a reason to.
Yeah.
All right. Next, let's bring in Mr. Rodney Perry.
Oh shit,
Rodney Perry.
We are honored.
He can't hear you.
You can't hear. If you can't,
he can't hear. We can't hear you either.
We can't hear you either.
No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you either. Yeah, go out and come back in. Yeah. Go out and come back in.
Come back in. All
that
right,
was sign language. You see all that?
While we wait for him, let's bring in filmmaker Jason Hayes. How you doing, Jason? Happy Friday.
Hey, what up, fellas? This got to be the easiest work Mo had all year. Listen, I ain't never seen a team down by 50 at halftime, bro, in my life.
Never.
Not even in junior high. You know when the hood schools go to the suburbs and beat the hell out the little kids. I ain't never seen it then.
I ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? I said all I had to say. Apparently, I can't be petty no more. Only one person gets to be petty around here.
No. Keep on being petty. Rub that in, bro.
When I'm petty, the whole thing blows up. It's like I'm just bad guy.
No worries. Look, it's all in good fun. We're all giving each other stuff. That's the way it goes. You know, it's all part of the fun. Not to worry. Here he is. Here's the man of the hour, Rodney Perry. If I can get you in here, hold on. Here he is. Can you hear me now?
I am back. I definitely can hear you. I could not hear you a couple minutes ago.
We couldn't hear you either.
I came back, and it's good to see y'all lovely faces today.
Good brother.
Good to see everybody. Happy Friday, all. Without further ado, let me do this real quick. Okay, we're going to get to stories. We're going to start with this. Brad Stevens was named Executive of the Year. Howie, we're going to start with you. He was named Executive of the Year. It's the second time he won the award after first winning it in 2023-24. He is the 12th executive to win it multiple times. And he won this year's award after leading the Celtics to a 55-26 record. What's your thoughts on him without Jason Tatum this year and the moves that he made with the salary cap cutting on him being named Executive of the Year? What's your thoughts?
Our first thought, I would say, is some other executives that probably made some good moves this year that did some things, but he deserved it. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad choice. He did very well without Tatum, and with Tatum coming back, of course we got another injury, but with Tatum coming back, of course the team, exceeded expectations, as they say, and so he did a good job. Kudos to Brad Stevens. He got his team right back in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Well, they didn't think they would be back in the playoff mix like this so quick. So, shouts out to him.
All right, Mo. I know the Celtics hate is for real, but what are your thoughts on Brad Stevens getting the?
I don't think he should have got it. I think Leon Rose should have got it. He's taking the Knicks 3 years in a row. Make sure.
Nope.
He froze. Mo's froze.
I got a phone call.
Yeah, he may have.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
We can now. You froze for a second. We're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Leon Rose for the Knicks should have got it. He's taking the Knicks 3 years in a row. We went from the bottom of the basement. This man has never gotten an Executive of the Year award at all. And he's made sure the Knicks have been in the playoffs, have 50-plus wins 3 years in a row. 4 years, I think, actually. But, hey, Brad Stevens did his thing. I don't think Brad Stevens was out there on the court playing basketball with Jaylen Brown. Those guys are the guys that carried the team.
All right. Jason, your thoughts on Brad Stevens winning Executive of the Year?
Man, it sounds like politics to me, bro. Like, you know, I mean, this is always like a political decision. Like, I get it. With Tatum going down, there were no expectations on what Boston would do. They unloaded mad salary cap, but a lot of players that really didn't play for them, to be honest, outside of Horford, who's my age. So, I mean, I'm inclined, to agree with Mo because, I mean, you can make a case for the Knicks GM. You can make a case for Detroit, who finished first. You know what I'm saying? Or even the Lakers, who nobody thought anything would happen, bringing in Ayton and all these other dudes that come in for this dude to essentially have Jaylen Brown all season long, a core that was already in place. They were only minus one player. So for them to do well, I mean, you kind of had to think that they wouldn't be terrible, but it's political pick, man. To me, he wouldn't have, I mean, I wouldn't have chosen him for that.
But they also lost Porzingis and they lost Drew Holiday too as part of that cap and Al Horford. They lost three key pieces of the team and still made it as far as they did. That's part of his job to get them under the cap. And I would make sure to factor that in the decision.
But that goes into into me saying what I'm saying. Porzingis hardly played; he was hurt all the time, so it ain't like that was a major loss for them. And I mean, in fact, offloading his salary helped them to bring in a quality dude to come in, that's actually available. And Drew Holiday, yeah, I mean that's a loss, man. But I mean, they still had a really good team, with Jaylen Brown, and my favorite player in White. If they had those dudes, I mean, they was always going to be okay. But to have the dude that finished second in the East, because there were no expectations on them to win Executive of the Year, when the Pistons actually won the East, and other teams did other things, I don't know why you choose this guy.
I mean, that's why I even say there's other teams that could have other people that could have got that award, but I see why they did it.
Rodney Perry, you get the last word, sir. What's your thoughts on Brad Stevens getting the
First of all, these guys need to all shut up, okay? The guy makes great decisions. He's proven himself time and time again. Y'all want to dig up old lousy Detroit. Look, they doing good. They're having a good time, but it's because of good players. Brad Stevens has made great decisions over the last decade. The guy's been proven time and time again, and you gotta show some love. I'm trying to get him to come in my life and make some of my decisions.
Meanwhile, and meanwhile, the Bulls fired everybody.
Yeah, we won't know what that decision did for 5 or 6 years. So this is an award that comes after you've done your work, and so Brad Stevens has done the work for the last decade, and I think he deserves it.
All right, let's bring Howie back in. Let's move on to the next topic. Cooper Flagg wins Rookie of the Year. I know we've had some discussion about who should get it, and the final decision was he got it. What's your thoughts on him winning Rookie of the
Year? We saw this coming. It was obvious. He got hurt for a little while, but he came back and he showed out, man. The guy can play, man. He could ball out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that was I expected this to happen. You know what I'm saying? Even though he is the new coming of Larry Bird, he's the great white hope. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't surprised, you know what I'm saying, that he was the one that they picked, man. They looking for him to be the next superstar.
All right. I see Frank in the background. Let's bring Frank in. Frank, how you doing, Frank? Welcome aboard. I don't know what's going on with this. We're talking about Cooper Flagg winning Rookie of the Year, and Howie Bell just said his piece on it, so that's where we left off.
All right, so it looks like Rodney Perry's next. Rodney, what's your take on that?
Well, here goes. I mean, when you get hot matters, right? When you have as the voting is beginning to happen toward the end of the season, and you run a 50, another 50, and another 50 points, you're gonna be the Rookie of the Year. It's like how he said, the writing was on the wall, and he got hot at the right moment. Like, you can have a great beginning of the season, but so what? And that guy had a great last 15 games.
He did.
Yeah.
Well done, Cooper Flagg.
100%. So that must mean Mo, you next, bro. What's up? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we saw it coming, with Cooper Flag, even though I think the kid out in Charlotte actually gave him a
Knipple,
run for his money. I can't call
Knipple,
his name. Huh?
Knipple, Knipple.
Yeah, Knipple. I think Knipple gave him a good run for his money. And the
First of
fact,
all, ain't nobody named Knibble ever gonna win nothing.
and the fact that, Charlotte was a better team than Dallas, and he was a part of that being a better team. But
Correct.
we knew Cooper Flag was going to get it before Cooper Flag even made it into the NBA. They were talking Cooper Flag long before he even got drafted. They looking for a new Larry Bird, and he's it. They even got a commercial with him and Larry Bird.
Yes, they do.
100%. That must mean filmmaker Jason Hayes got a couple of comments about this. Where you at with this, Jay?
I mean, it's not like the kid is completely undeserving, but again, this is politics. This is who they want to promote. This is who they want to be the face of whatever they got cooked up, over the next branding campaign.
Mhm.
But Knipple was a better rookie than Cooper Flag this year. I don't care what you say. His team was better. His team made the playoffs, and he was better than Cooper Flag overall.
Right.
So this was a political pick. We knew it was going to happen because they've decided to hitch their wagon to Cooper Flag, and they might be betting correctly. I don't know, man, but based upon merit, Knipple should have won.
100%. Let's start at the back of the top again. Howie Bell, before we jump into the NBA, because I want to talk about the NBA and the NBA playoffs because it was exciting last night. One more thing I want to talk about, and it's got to be Major League Baseball, because the New York Mets put out a story today saying that they're standing by Carlos Mendoza, their manager, despite him owning Major League Baseball's worst record. Now, Howie, they are off to a 10-21 start. They got a huge payroll. I need White Chocolate to look up for me. White Chocolate, tell me where they at with the payroll on this, and I want you to jump in here after we do all this too, White Chocolate. But Howie Bell, what's your take on this payroll situation with the Mets and keeping their manager?
How bad have the Mets been for how long?
Well, for a couple of years, even though the year before last they were pretty good.
They're a pretty good year before last. So
Yeah.
same manager though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes baseball teams have slumps, and I'm not the biggest baseball fanatic or expert or any of that, but I do know teams have slumps. And I just sound like a slump. It's only been a couple years since they've been bad. I mean, since they've been good, excuse me. And now they're bad. I don't know if right now is the time to jump ship. You know what I'm saying? Just yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe after this year, if they just tank it out this year, then they got something to worry about, because then you're working on 3 seasons or 3 or 4 seasons. So, that's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, okay. Roddy, talk to me about Major League Baseball with this huge payroll, huge salary, and they ain't not doing that good. What's your take?
I mean, it's like how he said, they've been bad for a long time, but everybody got huge salaries. Baseball is a game of huge salaries. And so usually the first head on the chopping block is the head coach, is that guy, that manager in the dugout. But you know what? If you're in New York and you keeping your job, you must be doing something right.
No, 100%.
And so I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. And maybe he's matching the right person.
Interesting thing. Maybe. Where you taking that, Mo? Where you at with that?
You know what? I really don't care about the Mets, even though they're from New York. Only time I ride with the Mets if the Yankees ain't winning. But actually, we just as much of a rivalry with the Mets as we are with the Red Sox. But they sticking with him. They rolling with him. I guess they want to be some kind of loyalty, because they looked at Boston, they looked at Philly, and I figured they just want to do something different and have a reason to blame somebody when the season's over. Because if they fire him now and they keep being bad, who they gonna blame after that?
Jason, what's your take on that?
Man, this is like blaming the inmate chef, who cooks the prisoners' meals for not having organic food on their plate. You know what I'm saying? He don't choose the groceries. He has to work with what they give him. Now, having said that, they have they went out and they just signed excuse me, like the hottest free agents, the biggest names who were available, and they paid the money, and they didn't think about how they could function as a team. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good this dude was over here. It's like, does he fit your culture? Is this guy going to come in and compete and make your team better? And the answer for the Mets is no. They are living proof that spending money does not guarantee wins. Their payroll is $371 million. They're dead last in their division. They've won 10 games. Almost a $400 million payroll, man. That's crazy.
I thought the same thing. I thought I was insane. So let me throw the ball to White Chocolate. Where are you at with this White Chocolate? Hit me with some numbers.
Well, the Jay just said it. I mean, just because you spend the money doesn't mean you're going to win. But the Mets have the second highest payroll at $379 million behind the Dodgers, who have over $400 million. The Yankees are third, and the Blue Jays are fourth, and the Phillies are fifth at $315 million. Those are the only teams that are over $300 million. And the manager, the previous manager was Buck Showalter. He got fired after the 2023 season. So this guy has been at the helm for 2 years. And, they just signed the dude from the Yankees for $760 million. So, maybe they're not ready to pull the trigger just yet because they want to give him a half a chance. And maybe by midseason, if they're still like this, maybe they will. But right now, I mean, it's crazy to have a, almost $400 million payroll and be in the basement.
Let's talk really quickly. So one thing that people don't factor into these firings is that if they fire him, they still got to pay his salary. His money's guaranteed. But you got to pay him, but then you got to pay the new guy that comes in. And that guy's staff. So they've already, hemorrhaging $400 million a year. So they're looking at like, man, listen, we ain't going nowhere this year. So why fire the manager? We ain't gonna turn this around.
Well, that's a great point. Howie Bell, we got to talk about the NBA playoffs now. We got to jump into this. The Knicks did one of the most historic nights ever in NBA playoff history. The way they dismantled the Atlanta Hawks and were able to move on to the second round of the playoffs. Talk to me about the game. Talk to me about the series. Let me know about your thoughts about overall, just the way this whole thing played out. You know what I mean? Talk to me about this, Howie.
Yeah, that was some old New Age Washington Generals against the Harlem Globetrotters, man. That was
It wasn't even that bad.
I mean, it was horrible, bro. They were up, I think, at the end of the first quarter by almost 50.
Yeah.
So, that was weird. I've never seen nothing like that. I don't think any of us have. And it was just so weird. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like they gambled. It was almost like somebody was gambling.
They had money on it.
and look, and they were up 50 a half, and they won by 50. Plus. You know, so it was just something weird going on with that.
They won by 60. They did.
It might have been 60.
I think they won by 60.
It might have been 60. It may have been
I'm saying if I didn't finish watching the whole game, but I know for a fact they could have won by 60 because they took their foot off the gas.
You can look and see right now what the final score was.
Yeah,
it might have been 60. Or close to it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, man, is the Hawks, man, they didn't even show up, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all ain't even show up to play at home. Ooh. And then that crowd was so loud. Like, every time the Knicks made a basket, I was like, are they in New York?
I told you.
I was like, man, that crowd was going crazy for the Knicks. I promise you, that was demoralizing to the team, to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we didn't even got a home crowd. But they didn't play worth a squat, man. I thought it was horrible. But hey, man, one thing to say before I go is I hope that the Knicks don't rest on their laurels. Because this could come back to bite you, they get too comfortable. But great win for the Knicks.
And they won by 51.
Roger Perry, talk to me, man. What's your take on the Knicks blowing out the Hawks and as they clinch the series, moving on to the second round of playoffs?
The NBA is a game of runs, and guys make great runs. And we saw 83-point half in the first half, and so they jumped on them, and it's kind of hard to recover from that. And it was like they was playing the Atlanta ladies from Magic City. Not even the Dream, and
they was in high heels.
They was in high heels, and they're stripper heels, and which makes them 6'6", 6'8", but they still got beat. So I mean, it's a game of runs, it's a game of game of make or miss league. So you can't afford to miss that many shots, man. If you're Atlanta, and they've been looking good in this series till then.
Yeah, Atlanta looked competitive, but they definitely wasn't. Mo, talk to me. What's your take on the New York Knicks blowing out the Atlanta Hawks and as they clinch the series? What's your take on the series overall?
Like I said yesterday, the Knicks don't never do nothing easily. Them 2 games that they lost, that was Nick tradition to make it look like it's gonna be hard, to make us think we ain't gonna make it, and then to put everybody into a frenzy. Last night, oh man, listen, last night I don't even know how to explain it. I even turned the channel, went to the Celtic game and started watching that because that was more competitive than the Knick game, But what got me was how the fight broke out, and it was 28 years to the day that Mike Brown was on the floor, just like Jeff Van Gundy was on the floor. Only different, it wasn't the Heat, it was the Atlanta. And the dude from Atlanta, he, like Charles Barkley said, he was the smartest guy on the team. He said, I'm going to start a fight now. I'll be home by the end of the 3rd quarter. I ain't going to stay here for the rest of this crap.
Definitely a great point. Let me see what Jason Hayes got to say. Jay, what's your take on this, bro?
I'm just for Mo. OG Anunoby.
OG Anunoby.
I got to give it to Mo. He was on that boy, man, long before. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
He was the most unguardable person in that series outside of Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, he got it done. I mean, what can you talk about for a game that was a 51-point blowout and was down 50 at halftime? I mean, there's no analysis on that.
Mm-hmm.
So like Mo, I turned the channel too, except I turned and started watching Wile E. Coyote trying to beat the Road Runner because that was more competitive.
Yeah. Let me see if D Jones went, because D Jones looked like he's jumping inside. And D Jones, you here? You there?
Where was Dominique Wilkins and Kevin Willis at last night?
They could have gave him 12.
Man, they needed Andre Rison or somebody.
Andre Rison.
I kept looking at my phone. Like, are you serious? This is crazy. And the Knicks stink, and that's what happened. They brought that New York stench over there. Magic City got closed down with no blue pepper wings. Nothing, man. Peaches didn't make no money last night. All of Atlanta was pissed.
It definitely was a sight to see. So let me ask you this, Howie Bell, staying with the Atlanta Hawks and New York Knicks series. What do the Atlanta Hawks need to do to move forward? Because, they have some holes that they got to plug. And to you, what do you think the Atlanta Hawks have to do to move forward to get better? Because they definitely got better by trading Trey. What else do you think they need to do, Howie?
Well, D. Jones was kind of saying, stay out the titty bar. You had to stay out the titty bar. They all went to the club that night before or something. They went for lunch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they did. I don't know. Atlanta, man. Atlanta is just a tricky city, to be honest, and I'm not being funny. It's a hard city to stay to concentrate and stay focused on athletics.
Right.
Because there's too much going on, man. And the city has got a lot of energy going on, especially for black people. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stay focused. But the Hawks, I don't know, man. I think they need a better. They need kind of what Detroit need. They need some offense. They need somebody that can shoot. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that got a guaranteed bucket. When they coming down, they miss a ton of shots. Right. I mean, like, I've never seen it like that. So,
let me ask Rodney Perry what he thinks too. Rodney, where you at with this, man? What do you think they need to do?
Man, you know what, Frank? This is a bit far-fetched what I'm about to say.
Okay.
But I believe that the NBA does something to the rims. I think, and this is crazy, I have no proof on this, but you got professional players that can't hit a shot. It's got to be something else at play. Like it's so much. I mean, wide open missed shots, and I'm like, yo, what are they rattling the rim? Are they doing something, to make these series more competitive? Because, I mean, Atlanta is bad. It look bad, but they're not that bad. So I don't even want to go against them or anybody that lost because. They were the flip flopping is just ridiculous. Stephen A. Smith flip flopping, Big Perk flip flopping, everybody flip flopping, and so the guy that can have a take and stay consistent is gonna make the money.
Mo, where you at with this, man? How do you think Atlanta needs to get better as they move on to the 2026-2027 season?
I think they need to get them a bona fide number one score. I don't think C.J. McCullough is the answer. Even though C.J. McCullough is a great player, but if you look around his career, he's always been second fiddle to somebody else. When he was in Portland, it was Dame. You know, he had never been a true number one. I don't think he is a true number one. He's somebody that can come in and help the team and be a true number two, but they need a number one, and they need some size. There was nothing they could do when Cat was going down middle. There was nothing they could do with Mitchell Robinson. They don't have enough size on there to do anything. And the Knicks are not that big. We only got two big guys. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot of size, but they couldn't compete with our size. So there's some small kids down there. They need some size in there also, so they can get down there and bang and be physical.
Well, D. Jones, how do you look at it? If you're the Atlanta Hawks GM, how do you handle this upcoming season?
Go and trade CJ McCullough and one of them young boys to the Pistons for Jalen Duren. We'll take it. But they probably need like a Porzingis type of player, like a stretch four, somebody who can score in the low post and outside. Cause they got a good squad, man. They over achieved this year. And I think they gonna, you know, in the next season or two, they gonna be top 4 in the East.
Yeah, they're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be a problem. Jay, you looked at the series too, man. What's your take? If you're GM of the Atlanta Hawks, how do you help them improve?
I'm gonna parse my comments. I'm gonna qualify my comments in a way that Mo didn't. With a pause. Because everything that I'm gonna say is gonna be related to size.
Is that
right? So everything I say is a pause. Understand that there's a universal pause across this. The Hawks' problem is that they are too small, and the Knicks were too big. They could not match up with the size of the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
That was the difference in the game. You know, even their wing players were too small to match up with the physicality and the size of OG Anunoby. He did what he wanted to. He bullied them on the block. He took them outside, stuck that J in their face, took them down, man, outfits and backed them down, did whatever he wanted to do to them. So they got to get some size, bro. I mean, they got like a bunch of long players. You know, like the guard is big.
What they get?
A long player, bro. They got some long players, Rodney. It's a universal pause on this. Because we got to talk about it. But they have nobody really over like 6'8". And when that happens, man, I mean, that's a good college team, but that ain't gonna get no work done in the NBA playoffs.
100%.
They got to get bigger.
So, Howie, let's now keep it moving because we got to talk about the rest of the NBA playoffs. The Sixers ended up forcing a Game 7. Which I don't think a lot of people thought that was going to happen. Meanwhile, the Celtics had, again, another one of their worst halves that they've had all season. But the Sixers showed out last night, Howie Bell. What's your take on the Sixers-Celtics series as they forced a Game 7 going back to Boston? And what you think?
Oh, man. Gee, hoo-hoo-wee. Let's just hope that for the Sixers fans that Joel Embiid stays safe and doesn't stun his toe or anything crazy happen to him. If they do that, they could go into Boston. And I'm sorry, Frank, it could get very, very interesting. I believe that the Celtics are going to win Game 7. But
hello,
it could definitely be. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Go ahead.
It could definitely get interesting, and I thought it was great, man. I thought it was great. I loved it. I said that these games would go to Game 7. I was wrong on the game before. We talked about with the Knicks, but I was right on this one going to a Game 7. You know what I'm saying? I think the rest of these games tonight are going to go to Game 7 too. So
we're going to dive into that.
Yeah.
Now, let me see what Rodney Perry's thinking about. Rodney Perry, talk to me about the 76ers forcing the Game 7 in Philly and going back to Boston. What's your take on that?
This reminds me of my days in the porn industry, man. What you don't want to do is shoot your wad.
Too early.
Not too early. And 76ers, they showed their face, they did their thing, but it's over. It's over. And I hate Boston and I hate the Leprechaun, but guess what? They about to put that little Leprechaun shoe deep in some 76ers butt.
Pause.
D Jones, where are you at with this, man? How are you thinking about the 76ers coming in and forcing Game 7 and winning 2 straight?
It was beautiful to watch the Celtics get their ass whooped.
Is that right?
It was beautiful to watch, man. And the crazy part is, it's Joel Embiid and Paul George on this team, and they both unreliable when it comes to the playoffs. So we're going to see what happened in Game 7 because I just don't trust them two together. It's not a good combination. But, hey, if the Celtics lose, man, glory to God. Glory to God.
Wow.
Glory to God.
Won't he do it?
Game 6, forcing Game 7. The Sixers up. The Sixers they got momentum. They building up everything. I wish I was as confident as everybody up here thinking about that. But what's your take on this, Mo?
Well, I didn't see it coming, but Missoula, the coach, saying Thibodeau got fired because he wouldn't change. He wouldn't change. Same thing with Missoula. He ain't changing. He still live by the 3, die by the 3. He has one game plan, and that's his only game plan, and that's what's killing him. Because if they don't hit those threes, everything else falls by the wayside. Then you got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum isolating, doing what they do. And when Brown, he ain't that great a dribbler. He'll dribble off his knee quicker than a heart attack. So, they start forcing them shots. Pritchard ain't going to hit like he did the other day. Somebody said Pritchard that was his birthday game. He'll never have a game like that again, and it's starting to show. They got to have something other than hit the 3.
Yeah, I don't even want to dive into that because you're so right. Jay, talk to me, man. What's your take on the Sixers forcing Game 7? Joel Embiid having a great game, and people, even though a lot of people seem to forget, this man, 3 weeks ago, just got out of surgery. So this is
appendectomy. That's right.
Yeah. So what's your take on this, Jay?
First off, big shout out to the Silly Fingers. They worked. But listen, man, I said yesterday that the Sixers are only going to be able to go as far as Paul George is, competitive and competent on the court. He was the second leading scorer last night. He gave him 23 points, gave him some rebounds, he gave him some assists. If Paul George plays the way Paul George is capable of playing, Joel Embiid can just remain upright, to put some pressure on some people. This was a dangerous matchup for the Celtics because their backcourt is buns. I told you that the last time. Going back to the regular season, your backcourt is trash juice. So if Embiid and Paul George are pressuring those wings, look out, man. Y'all might be in trouble.
That brings me on to the next series, Howie Bell, which was a shocking thing to me. This series, man, Minnesota eliminated Denver Nuggets last night, and them boys, listen, those boys look really, really good. You know what I mean? So I want to give my kudos to Minnesota Timberwolves. I didn't think they were going to get past Denver, but I think this was an eye-opening for the Minnesota Timberwolves too. But Howie Bell, we got to talk about this. How are you looking at this Minnesota Timberwolves Denver Nuggets series?
I'm completely impressed without the Ant-Man that they did this, bro. Number one. But on the other side, man, the Joker looked flat-footed, bro. He didn't look like he was playing good at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have no bounce. He didn't have no, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even a little scrummage, you know what I'm saying? He just looked pumped, you know what I'm saying? And I loved it, man. I told you. I was going for the Wolves. I just wanted to see the Ant-Man be in there with it, but they surprised me, though. I didn't think they could pull it off without him, but they did. You know what I'm saying? And they whipped them. You know what I'm saying? They beat them boys.
Yeah, that Richardson kid is a beast.
Man, he's a beast.
Yeah, Rodney Perry. I don't know if you had Denver. I don't know if you had Minnesota, but I know one thing. I know you didn't expect to see what you saw. So talk to me. Tell me what you think about Minnesota eliminating Denver last night.
I'm not no big fan of the Nuggets, man. My brother's always talking about Jokic and all that, But lack of athleticism, to me, it tells the tape in the long run. Mm-hmm. It reminded me of a young lady I once knew. She had a BBL, but her arms was short, so she could never really wipe it. And the T Wolves proved that they could definitely wipe them out.
Rodney Perry, as usual. D Jones, where you at with this, man? How you think? What you think about the series?
Rodney, was her name Courtney? She was like these. She was thick though. She was thick though.
Her name escapes me right now, but yeah, it might have been.
Just Courtney. I didn't call this one. I said Denver was gonna win because I'm thinking without Anthony Edwards, it was no way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty shocked, man, that Denver lost. This to me the most shocking one out of all the series in the playoffs.
Yeah, it definitely was something eye-opening. Mo, talk to me about the Minnesota series versus Denver Nuggets.
All I know, last night was a good night to be a Minnesota fan. The hockey team won, the baseball team won, and the basketball team won. They was out there partying. The only thing they didn't do was bring Prince back to life.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
Brutal for everybody.
Yeah. You're right.
I'm saying, but I didn't see. No one saw it coming. But I did start when I saw the warm up. And I looked at Julius Randle. He had a look on his face like everybody think we done it out because Ant-Man is gone, and they don't realize that I'm still here. Because Julius Randle had been playing with a chip on his shoulder since he got drafted by the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? When he came to New York, he was the same way, and he can carry a team. He can carry a team.
Even though he didn't carry the team last night, you're right about that.
Yeah, not last night. Yeah,
he did not last night. Jay, talk to me about, you've been telling us all about the Minnesota Timberwolves since this series started. So now the floor is yours, bro.
You know who's not surprised? The Minnesota Timberwolves.
That's right.
And and I was telling somebody on this panel because he was saying you don't talk greasy to players, man. It's bored, it's material, for the team to get extra motivated. Listen, McBride saw them boys. McBride saw them boys. He's like, there ain't nothing you can do with me or about me. I'ma talk extra greasy because I want you extra mad when I still beat your ass. You can't do nothing except go home. And that's exactly what happened.
30. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. So what I'm saying is, it was a bad matchup for Denver because Minnesota defends. They're long. They all can They all can attack the rim, and Denver can't defend. They knew that. They knew Denver would not be able to stop them coming down the stretch, and they would get stops on them. And that was the difference in the series, to be honest.
So, Howie Bell, in 30 seconds, tell me what Denver needs to do since they got eliminated. What does Denver need to do this summer to make sure they get better? How do they do it? 30 seconds.
They need somebody that's tough. They look soft. Like my man called them out. I mean, they can't really defend. So they need some muscle. They need to go to the streets and hire somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need, some grit.
All right, Rodney Perry, you got 30 seconds, man. Tell me what you think Denver needs to do to make sure that they get better for next season.
Well, of course you gotta I think they need one more integral piece, man. They got York. They got this reminds me of my days in the slap boxing competition. And they need somebody that's willing to put the slap down, put the white chalk on his hand, and slap somebody's head where it go in the whole full 360-degree circle.
D Jones, you got 30 seconds. If you're Denver, what do you do to get better?
Well, one, they fired one of the best coaches in the NBA, and I think that's what.
Yeah.
Two, they need a premier defender because they ain't got no defense on that team.
None.
Yeah. That's what they need to do. Jay, 30 seconds. Talk to me.
They got to make a decision about Aaron Gordon because
that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
For as good as he is, man, he gets hurt a lot, and they got to decide whether or not they need to move him and bring up somebody that can do all those things everybody else mentioned, or whether he's going to be available enough for them.
Wow.
Mo, I didn't mean to skip you. You got 30 seconds. Talk to me.
I'm going to say the same thing. Aaron Gordon, and I put Jamal and Murray up there too. They got to do something about these guys, and I think they're just going to blow up the whole team. Everybody going to be gone except Joker.
If I'm them, I want to just say this. If I'm them, I trade Jamal Murray. I trade him because he seemed a step slower. He has
value though.
Really?
Yeah, he seemed it to me. He wasn't hitting no big shots, nothing. That's what I would do. But Howie Bell, that must mean we got to move forward. Let me see where am I at with the story.
Before you move on, Frank.
Yes, sir.
Jamal Murray need a new barber, man, because his hair is atrocious.
Yeah, it was bad. It was horrible. But so that means that we got to talk about the game tonight, Howie Bell, because the games tonight, we got to talk about the Pistons are playing the Magic, the Cavs are playing the Raptors, the Lakers are playing the Rockets. Let's jump in on the Pistons first. The Pistons are down 3-2, Howie Bell. What do we need to talk about with this? How do we? What needs to happen?
Man, somebody got to meet that Blanchard. What's that guy name? Blanchard. I can't never say his name.
Banchero.
Yeah.
Pablo Banchero.
Banchero or Banchero?
Banchero.
Banchero. I like that dude, man. Somebody got to meet him in the parking lot and just kind of
Tanya Harden.
Yeah, Tanya Harden. Because that dude is unstoppable. Man, I swear to God, I wish he was on our team. Every time I see them play, I'm like, damn, does he need to be in the Pistons? If he was playing with Cade together, they would be incredible, bro. That's the kind of player the Pistons really need, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else that can create their own shot that's just as effective as that guy, man. I am scared to death about tonight because I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I just don't know. My fandom and me being from Detroit says yay, but you know what I'm saying? The reality is like, woo. You know?
Rodney, what's your take on this, bro? How you look at this, man? Rodney.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, you know what, man? It's like that time when I had the runs, man. You know, sometimes your stomach hurt, man. Sometimes your stomach hurt, and I like the teams, man. And we're coming down to the wire in this playoff battle, and I think we're right there. I mean, I'm excited about what we're gonna see tonight.
Okay, so that leads me to the biggest Piston fan on the panel, D. Jones. What do your team need to do tonight to survive?
Well, no Frank Wagner, so that's good. That's really good that he's out. Stay on Desmond Bain. Do not leave him open. Banchero can score all he wants. If he's scoring by himself, do not let Desmond Bain get hot from the 3-point line. Somebody got to help Cade Cunningham. They got to call John Sally. Call somebody. Somebody got to help you, man. And if because we ain't one on the road, our bench players and secondary players have not showed up. If they can show up for 2 games, then we win it.
We need Rip Hamilton, man. That's what we need.
Mo, talk to me. What do you think?
They being around here somewhere. Dang.
I think any team that D. Jones root for, they should tell him to shut the hell up until they actually win the championship. Because every team he root for, he talk about we gonna win, and this is what happens. We ain't even talk about football. We see what happened with that.
Yo,
and now it's the
Hey, D. Jones, will jump off
all
the
year long, D. Jones been talking about the Pistons. We bringing back the bad boys, Detroit basketball. We the number 1 seed. All this stuff he been talking. Every time he talk about his team winning the chip, he loses it. They lose it. They don't do nothing. They get embarrassed badly. So if I was the Detroit Pistons, I'd send out an email to duct tape his mouth for the rest of the season.
Jay,
I wasn't even born when the Knicks won.
Jay, before I throw it to you, Jay, I just want to say this breaking news real fast. This shocking news, actually. The Colts are not picking up the 5th-year option for their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, who's on a rookie contract, and it looked like he's getting cut. So
hey, that's not surprising.
It's the Colts.
It's the Colts. I'm surprised. So Jay, talk to me. Let's jump back into what we were talking about. But we were talking about Detroit Pistons. What do Detroit Pistons need to do?
First and foremost, they need to make shots. Yeah. Somebody other than Cade has to make shots, because I'm going to tell you now, Orlando's going to make shots, and they're going to get buckets from a lot of different places. And if Cade is the lone person who scores or is even efficient, it's going to be a real problem. I mean, it's going to be a sad day, you know, in the 3-1-3 tomorrow. So now, having said that, I got to qualify this. I love the bad boys. Isaiah Thomas is my favorite basketball player ever. And Howie and D. Jones are my brothers. But y'all need to just go ahead and call the Pope right now, man. You know, get them boys their last rites, because I think it's over with after the night.
Wow.
Howie Bell, that means we got to keep on moving it. Let's keep on moving to the next series, man. Let's talk about the Lakers and the Rockets. Man, the Lakers are leading the series 3-2, but they did lose the last 2 games, Howie Bell. And there's some concern in Lakerville that these boys might actually tie it up. But it looked like KD's still not playing. I'm gonna have White Chocolate check that out in a second. What's your take on this Lakers Rockets series, Howie?
They play better without Kevin Durant, it seems like. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I was just up and real high on LeBron, man. You know, I was real high on what he was doing. I still am, you know, with his age and everything. But if he lets them come back without a KD from 03 to tie and then possibly win, this is going to be embarrassing, bro. I don't think he wants this on his resume. You know what I'm saying? At all. Because this has never been done. This is a record he don't want to break. Right. He don't want to break this record, which is no team has ever, you know what I'm saying, came back from 03 and it be on his watch. I don't think LeBron wants this, man. So I expect for him to not make this happen. But woo, it's tight.
All right, so Rodney Perry, White Chocolate just let me know that Kevin Durant's ruled out for the Game 6, which is happening tonight. So what's your take on this Lakers-Rockets series?
First of all, it don't matter if they got KD, May D, or Super D. You understand me? Houston has they already shot their wad. Let's go and just call a spade a spade. Let me tell you something. Everybody, Stephen A. Smith, everybody jumping out the bandwagon. Everybody, I can't believe LeBron and his legacy and all that. Let me tell y'all something. The Lakers will win tonight. Write it down. The Lakers will, and it's gonna be in big fashion because they're gonna stop shaking them rims. And Rodney Perry, remember this. Rodney Perry gave you the Pelican brief on Rimgate because they start rattling in these rims. I'm telling y'all, when they want a series, they don't want no sweep. They don't want no sweeps. So you let a team feel like they somebody, but they still ain't nobody. They still don't have no point guard. They ain't nobody. Don't believe the hype, guys. Shamgoon is sugary.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a good word without saying what I want to say.
He is Mediterranean.
He's a little sugary, and he's the least of my words.
Okay.
They try to make him like he a Jokic. He is not a Jokic. No. He is not a Jokic. But we'll see tonight. I'm gonna be right there watching the whole thing.
D. Jones, give me your analysis, man, of what the Lakers look like versus the Rockets tonight.
Hey, man, Jerome Thompson. Both the Thompson twins will show up tonight. Houston will win. It's in Houston. They play better without KD. Once again, LeBron ain't got no help, really. If you look at his team without Luka, Austin Reeves ain't that guy. Luke Kennard showed the other day with 1 point. He ain't that guy. You relying on Aiden and Marcus Smart to put up some buckets? No. Houston winning tonight. I don't know if they're going to win Game 7 in L.A., but they winning tonight.
Okay, so that means
when they get their buzz whoop, I want you to call me.
I got you.
Let me ask Mo. What you think, Mo? The Lakers versus
I don't know if Houston is outplaying them or if they're being outcoached. Because I think they're just being outcoached. I like Ime Udoka. He's a better coach than the coach over in LA. That's how I see it right there. They being outcoached. He's figuring out.
Open your eyes.
I've seen it for the past 2 games. I've seen it for the past 2 games. You know what I'm saying? While you had the runs, Houston was running all over the Lakers. Ime Udoka is a hell of a coach. Only reason why he not here in Boston right now, because we know why. He was being an adult, laying down on somebody else's wife. But had that not happened, he'd be in Boston right now, and they wouldn't be living by the 3, dying by the 3. Am I right, Frank?
You got that right. You got that right. So that leads me to Jay. Jay, man, filmmaker Jason Hayes, talk to me. Tell me what you think, what your analysis is between the Lakers and the Rocket series.
I'm with Rodney. I mean, the Lakers close them out. I mean, you think a team as dumb as the Houston Rockets is going to beat LeBron 3 times in a row, let alone 4 times in a row? Like, they are the dumbest team I've ever seen, like, in terms of, like, understanding basketball. But what helped them, especially the last game, was Austin Reeves was 4 of 16. Luke Kennard, who started, had 1 point. He was 0 from 4 from the field. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm looking at Marcus Smart. He didn't have an efficient game. You know, he got there doing things he shouldn't be doing. Rui Hachimura, you know, was like inefficient. So I don't think the Lakers could have played a worse game in terms of like shot making, and that allowed Houston to come in there, you know, and get that win. Cause like Rodney said, I think they shaking these rims too, Rod. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
Rim game.
Because
Yeah.
I ain't never seen them boys shoot that poorly ever in my life.
2 games in a row. 2 games in a row is crazy.
Yeah. Nah, it's something suspicious about that. Unless
Nah.
they pay him to miss. I don't know.
So now you
But
give each one of
Lakers
you
tonight.
Okay, I'm giving each one of y'all 30 seconds because I'm looking at the time and I want to make sure we get this story in. We got to talk about Cleveland and Toronto. Cleveland Cavaliers lead the series 3-2. They played really good the first 2 games, horrible the last 2 games after that, and then they played good the last game. So Howie Bell, you got 30 seconds. Talk to me about Cleveland versus Toronto.
That might go to game 7 games too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm gonna leave it at that. All this stuff is going 7 games.
All right. So you think that's going 7? Rodney Perry, talk to me about Cleveland and Toronto. You know.
The only thing about this series is somebody gonna win and somebody gonna lose. You know what I mean? Like neither one of these teams are good.
Mm-hmm.
They both bad, but somebody got to win. So good luck, both teams.
Mo, talk to me. What you think about Cleveland winning this? Where you at with this? Cleveland leading the series 3-2.
I mean, Cleveland is who we expect them to be: inconsistent and real fickle. You know, in Toronto, they just get a little bit of hard, but they ain't going to take it all the way. Cleveland's going to win it, but they're really inconsistent. Harden's always inconsistent in the playoffs.
D. Jones, talk to me about Cleveland and Toronto.
No Brandon Ingram. I'm going Cleveland tonight.
So you think Cleveland's wrapping it up? Okay. Yeah. So let me ask you, Jay. This is probably one of the most boringest series too, Jay. I got to say that. But what you think about this series?
That's Harden and Mitchell's buttholes every time the game is on the line.
Wow.
So I ain't got no faith in Cleveland, bro. I mean, should they win? Yeah. Do I think will they win? I don't know, bro. They might blow it.
Wow, you think they might? Okay, all right. That's one definite way to look at it. All right, before we all go, before we all do that, what's the biggest shocking thing? How you go first? What's the most shocking thing you think you're gonna see this weekend?
The most shocking thing. Ah, man.
We looking at a lot of games 3-2 tonight. Tonight. A lot of that game 7s, a couple of things. What's the most shockingest thing that you think might happen between today and Monday morning?
Lakers won't make it to the next round.
Okay, Rodney Perry, where you at with that?
First of all, Howard Benton to shut up. All that negativity we do not need. No. What the most shocking thing is that that Mr. Marcus is getting back into the industry, man.
No, he's not.
I know you're gonna say something like that. D. Jones, where you at with this most shocking thing that you expect to see, in NBA playoffs this weekend?
All right, this is my last statement because I gotta go. First of all, shout out to Rodney Perry. The power of Rodney Perry got me a show tonight in my city. That's wow.
My God.
The comedy bar with Marvin Hunter in 4 minutes. So I'm about to go.
Hey, how about this? They wanted to pick another dude. I was like, take my guy. I ain't never seen him work, but I believe in him.
He told me. Yes, we did the show together. And
I didn't remember.
It's gonna be 2. You help me with my jokes. It's gonna be 2 great game 7s on Sunday. Okay. Lakers in Houston, Detroit, and Orlando.
There it is. Mo, talk to me. What you think is the most shocking thing you're gonna see this weekend?
Most shocking thing I'm gonna see is D. Jones's mugshot, because he gonna catch a salt and battery charge when the Pistons lose, because he gonna choke somebody.
He might. Jay, talk to me about the most shocking thing you might see between now and Monday morning.
We've already seen it, and that shocking thing is that the New York Knicks were able to leave Atlanta without being charged with murder.
Wow.
I want to thank Rodney for joining the show this week, today, man. Rodney, what you got going on this weekend? How can we follow you?
Hey, man, you know what? Y'all can follow me. I'm easy to find. Rodney Perry Live on all social media. And this is my new handle right here, Mr. Perry 9999. The reality is, guys, I love box seats and I love y'all rocking with y'all. And Mo is an idiot.
Yeah. I'm glad you think of me one way or the other. I'm glad you think of me somehow.
Hey, you know I call you last week, Mo. I love what you're doing, bro.
How can we follow you, bro? What you got going on this weekend? How can we follow you?
Hey man, first of all, I need Rodney Perry to give me a show. And what's happening?
I'm on it, baby. I already made the call.
Hey, look, right? They gonna think I'm lying. I called Rodney Perry too. Okay, hey, Rodney Perry, help me out. I'm on my way to the ATL, baby. No, I'm going to New York next week. I'm back with Rob Stapleton and Sosa Confuego for Cinco de Mayo. So we doing it, man. That's gonna be big, man. Henry Coleman, myself, and B Flat is on the show, so it's gonna be a nice show. And I'm gonna be in New York. Come on with it, JD Hayes. Let's hang out, baby. Let's go. We going to the Bronx. We in the Bronx Tuesday, baby.
It's already on.
So that man Mo, tell everybody out there how they can follow you, bro. What you got going on?
MOE_comic. Check me out on my little page, Me and My Coffee, when I'm doing it. And I'm out in Carver, Massachusetts. I might just shoot out in New York and hang out with you guys, Howie and JD.
All right, there it is. Jay, tell everybody out there how they can follow you.
Follow me at JD Hayes and fan base, man. I'm out here.
Yeah, and White Chocolate, also known as Steve. Thank you for holding it down every day until I get here, because traffic is a bitch, man. Y'all already know.
You got it,
in
Frank.
Boston, for real.
Coming through
the Bruins are playing tonight. The Celtics are playing last night at home. The traffic.
Traffic
is
at
home is brutal. Real quick, Mo said cheesesteaks for everybody, so I stopped and got me one on the way home. Thank you for that. Number two, it's car show season, so weather permitting, you know where the hell I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the child support mobile.
Yeah.
And make sure you guys follow me and Frank on Boston Straight Shooters on Facebook and YouTube.
And next week's show, on that show, we'll be talking about a lot. I know I'll be venting.
We're going to be talking about the Bruins elimination, because they're going to be playing golf after tonight.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're going to talk about Bruins. I'm going to talk about Alex Cora, because I hate the Red Sox right now, man.
You missed it. You know what? I'm glad you weren't on, because I had a rant. You probably would have yelled at me. So now I don't have to have the rant.
I probably would have. Anyway, y'all, thank you all for watching. It's Friday when we get ready to jump into, of course, the weekend. When we come back on Monday, we're going to do a recap of the entire NBA playoffs this weekend. There's going to be some Game 7s to talk about. There might not be some Game 7s, but one thing's for certain. We're going to talk about a lot of the stuff that goes on, from Detroit basketball, Celtics basketball, Sixers basketball, Knicks basketball. We're going to talk about a lot of that stuff, man. Thank you all for tuning in. Every day we are on at 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Name of the show is called Box Seats. We'll see y'all. Have a safe weekend. Thank you all for watching. Peace.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it,
Get ready to jump in.